When you ask people, when did your day start? The most likely answer is when they wake up. So whether it's 6 a.m. or 8 or 10, the idea is that my day starts when I start. That me or I, which is our personality, ego, identity. So what happens when that I wakes up? The first thing is that it claims the central position or the manager's spot, and everything around that I then becomes a my. So when I wake up, then there's my day ahead of me, and that personality makes a to-do list. And it's often seen as a have-to list. So in order to feel good or have a sense of accomplishments or to just fulfill my obligations, I have to do these things and I have to do it by this time. It's a kind of, not just an agenda, but it's an agenda that carries a certain pressure, if we look at it that way, because these things on the list are what have to be done in order for us to feel like we had a good day. Is there any other model? Well, one possibility is what some people might call their clear part, or their free part, or their wise part, or their peaceful part. For ego personality, often when any kind of spiritual practice or awareness practice starts, it still feels like it's the personality doing that. So it's my yoga class, my meditation class, my prayer group or study group. So that framework of I and my is still there. What if that wise and easy and free part of us, what if that was in the center? And personality and ego would be a my. It's a way to put yourself under new management. So now that clear part is the manager, and the personality now doesn't have the same kind of weight on it because it's just the assistant manager. And the advantage of that is that your wise part will make a different kind of agenda than your personality makes. And because that clear and wise part is also a practical part, there will still be things on your list that are worthy of being done, but some things will be included. Some of the things could be said to be more like a get to. So I get to have another day on earth. I get to be alive and enjoy my senses and my friends, and I get to focus on some of the things that I enjoy thinking about and doing. That free part, coming from a place of satisfaction already, doesn't have to try so hard or push so hard. And that part to me is clear, so it sees what's going on around, and it has a heart. So from that heartful center, there's a compassion not only for your personality, but for all people. And there's some sense of a more expanded agenda so that you don't leave yourself off the list. I was asking a friend, how long have you been focusing on spiritual subjects in a more focused way? And she said 20 years. And I asked her, I said, do you have a pet? And she said, yes. I said, isn't it true that your attitude towards your pet is you are kind and offer it tender, loving care and do your best to allow it to have a good life and to do those things that will work out better for your pet? And she agreed to that. So I said, do you treat yourself as well as you treat your pet? And she said, well, not always. And isn't it true then that many people feel that they're their own worst enemy, and that in a way the care and love that they offer to other people, they don't always offer that same kind of care and love and acceptance towards themselves? Another one of my friends said, I treat my dog so well that I want to reincarnate as my own dog. So if we can treat our pets well, it shows that we have that skill of love and caregiving. But in a busy world with different kinds of obligations and a certain kind of mindset, we leave ourselves off the list. And there's another form of being egocentric, which is like on the other end of the scale. And that's where people are self-centered and they mostly don't think of others at all. And they're just thinking about themselves and what they need and what they want. So in either case, there's not a fair application of love and attention towards all parts of our life when personality is in the driver's seat. You might have noticed also that even with the best of intentions, that personality side has a tendency to get sidetracked. So even with the best intentions, it's not necessarily the best driver. And yet, personality is a source of great joy and fun and delight and enjoying the senses and enjoying the good things of life. So it's not that that part should be excluded. To me, personality and ego should be included in a way that they are put in the best situations to do the best. And as a social being, when you do well, then everybody around you has a better chance for having a better day. So this is another possibility. Let that personality be in the passenger seat rather than the driver's seat. And when the clear part steers, it works out better even for the personality. We've all seen that the tendency of the personality is to get caught up in our storyline, which pulls us into memories of the past and feelings about the future and holding on to certain experiences, and they keep replaying in our mind. So one aspect of practice is to allow that personality side to be in the hammock for a little while. And also the emotions that are attached to the storylines about our day and our past days and our future days, those emotions can be in the hammock for a little while. And now the mind becomes free and available for doing something other than just running the errands of the ego personality. When that storyline stops for a little while, then we get to focus on a part of ourself that's present but often goes unnoticed. If you like, you can just gently close your eyes and turn your attention towards your internal world, which runs side by side with your perceptions of your external world. And now our attention is just on breathing. And allowing the breath to find its own natural rhythm, which is more of an allowing than a doing. And as we're breathing, just notice your shoulders and let them be soft. You relax your solar plexus and lower back. When we focus on the breath, we're brought into our moment, here and now. And breath has no history, and breath has no storyline. This time, breath requires no effort. And feel the movement of breath in the body. And while you're breathing, you may be aware of sounds or thoughts or sensations in the body. You can just let them be as they are. Let them come and go and pass like clouds or like a flowing river. So at this time, there's nothing you need to try and control. There's nothing you need to manage. There's nothing you need to make happen or stop from happening. This time your personality has no role, no job, no responsibility. Just relaxing and breathing in silence for a few minutes.